Oh, I started surfing on like single fins and stuff like when I was, 8, 10 years old. And then I went on to the twin fin thing, when MR and all that were doing the twin fin thing. And they surf well, and I actually noticed a lot of what Derek Hynd was doing on twin fins back then. And he was really impressive. He was pretty well kind of doing what he was doing now, but on twin fins with little stabilisers in the back. And it was skate style, and I skated, so it interested me and stuff, the whole mix of it. I got into shaping when, as I said, Terry Fitzgerald helped me to learn to shape. He showed me pretty all the basics, how to draw up, rough out, and do all that stuff. So that was like a great leap forward. And then I started doing that, but then I was sort of riding shortboards by that point. And then they went through that thin stage. They were still chunky when I was actually learning to shape and doing it all. They were still chunky boards with little beak noses and stuff. That was when I started. But they started to develop slowly more into, after that period where Mark Lupo got the canyon board off Rusty. That was sort of like that first board he had the chunky rails and the beak nose and stuff. So we were all creating those boards at that point, that style of board, chunky, block rail, squared off tail and the beak nose and stuff. But then it went, so refined, it went like to the point where it was really refined. And I went through that, and then I got sick of those, so I started making some fish. Well, because it was from snow surfing, I wanted to feel what the bite that you were getting off a thin tail like a snowboard. So I wanted to try and put that concept into my boards and see what it felt like off through the back foot with the side cut incorporated. And I achieved that with the carbon-kevlar and then just some EVA rubber on the top to get the thickness up, so you had the foil. You get a little bit more foil back into the board, like, and you're standing on a nice soft spongy surface, which feels quite nice on your back foot. You're following that every time you pull a turn out of through your back foot, the thing arcs through the flex and it follows that line of the side cut through every one of your turns. So what it does is put more rail line in the water. The flex actually gives you a shorter arc, but the actual side cut keeps the long arc for the drive. Sort of like having a pair of flippers on and just that last little bit of flick you get out of each kick. It's like that. It's nice to actually come out and pass on some of what I know, to the younger generation in the factory here and try to move it into the future a little, My name is Mick Mackie. I'm shaping here at Ashbury Park in the Heavens glassing studio, shaping and glassing studio, and enjoying myself, being back in the bay.